I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Hollywood DA here with another episode of This Is It. Doing a review of Raising Kanan Season 2, Episode 9. You know what it was. You clicked on the link. If you did click and you get a little bit into it, if you like us, hit the like button. Don't cost you nothing, Nothing but 3 seconds of your time. We appreciate it. I got my peoples with me. Corey Roy down below. What's good with you?
Yo, I am back. And I'm feeling good, man, but I don't know if I feel so good about this episode. We're going to get into it.
Hey, my man, Phenom 202, what's good with you?
Phenom 202, DDA representative. Yo, power was powering, yo. This episode kind of lost me. I'm ready to get into it, yo.
It definitely is the power's powering, so... We're not gonna go through this episode chronologically. Is that the word I'm looking for? A little chronologically, but I can't even talk logically. But we are gonna skip around. But we'll just hit the big points. The big point, boom, boom. Last episode ended on the I don't know to call it cliffhanger because it's power, so we all knew what was gonna happen. Marvin got shot out. With his anger management person, and I think we were 3 for 3. Everybody knew.
Yeah.
She was dead.
She was gone.
She was
we
gone.
Knew it.
Yeah.
So Bob was at
it. So starts off right that way too.
Yeah. She's at a funeral. She's dead. This and that. Blah blah blah. Powering. So we're gonna start with the get back. We see Louis goes after the dude that shot Marvin, his girl. Well, shot his girl. With the, hey Marvin, let me do a hit. Hey Marvin, who does that shit?
Hey, I'm pretty sure a lot of hits went off that way, yo. Get people attention, yo.
Nah, you're supposed to walk up on somebody and she's like, you'll be down the block, you'll say, hey Marvin. Let me use my sharp shooter skills, but my bad. But either way, Lulu's back in the game, yo. It takes him out, man. How y'all feel? Y'all think Lulu's back in deep? And we can skip around. Go ahead.
All right. So my issue with the beginning is she's dead. That storyline was not what was the point of the storyline if you gonna kill her off like that? You know what I'm saying? She got Marvin right. Marvin was liking her, and it ain't like Marvin went like, I'm about to get these motherfuckers back type shit. Like you killed the love of my life or something like that. What was the point of her? Them going on a date to get some coffee and then she getting murked. Oh, did they even make it to the coffee?
No, they didn't go on a date.
They didn't make it to the coffee, yo. You know what I'm saying? And Lou did what he had to do, yo. You try to kill my family, I gotta kill you.
Yes.
Yeah, we predicted it. We all knew it was going to happen. As soon as they turned around, like you said, hey, Marvin, and they're shooting, and there's 2 people there. We know it's her. We know it's her. But you're right. It almost feels like, what was the purpose of having her in there? Because there's no motivation for Marvin to do anything. Nothing. They didn't do anything other than him going to the funeral and said, I got to be better now because I can understand that I'm a fucked up person and fucked up things happen to fucked up people. Because I done some fucked up things and the shit's not level out here.
Hey, you know what?
So bad.
But I think that was her purpose right there, yo. It was to help Marvin turn the corner on whatever it is. Not so much turn the corner on the straight and narrow, but as we see later on, like I said, we jumping around. He let the crackhead go, gave him some money. You know what I mean? It's him switching up. He's trying to change himself and better himself.
Yeah.
I think they just could have had a better way of doing that, because what better way to have, I see, okay, I'm thinking, what better way to have somebody change themselves with her, and then all of a sudden he goes back to being who he is because they killed her. You know, like he's with her, changing himself because she's making him go along, and then all of a sudden, because he's in the gang, she dies, and he reverts back to the old Marvin.
Yeah,
that would have been something good.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Nobody pointed him out at the funeral like, yo, what happened? Yo?
Wouldn't they notice that? Like, oh, why is this guy here? The drug dealer.
I mean, but
He's probably the one that.
But her friends ain't don't know he a drug dealer. Like
he was dressed like a drug dealer, yo. He had a big truck jewelry and all that stuff.
I mean, it's the projects. Most people know who the big
y'all
drug
killing
dealers
me,
are.
yo. But her friends probably ain't off in the project. She just worked in the anger management joint, yo.
Good point. Good point. Good point.
Everybody don't know everybody that's in the game. Like, you know how many people.
But I'm sure
In the
somebody
90s,
in the
if you
family.
dress like that, you a drug dealer, yo.
That's what I was going to say. I'm sure somebody in the family, like, who this one extra guy at the funeral that nobody know about, and he dressed in the Versace fur joint.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, what did you think? What was your thoughts about this beginning, though? You ain't said nothing.
I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, as I always say, the power be power. And this shit, I mean, I already knew she was going to die, and she did die, and it was not had a funeral. Now, I was just thinking about what the get back was going to be, or how he was going to handle that. I didn't expect your boy to die, the one mob dude, because he's been in a couple of episodes just for Lulu to pop up on him like that. I was like, okay, they surprised me with that. So,
It's the gang that can't shoot straight.
so they take him out, and it's on and popping. I mean, and from there, Boss Baselli, it's like, yo, it's a war. You know, of course, it's people's like, yo, we gotta take everybody out. Dropped a lot of M-bombs, and like, yo, let's go see Unique. And I did like how Unique played this. I mean, at the same time, I think Unique knows what the deal is. So, I mean, he approaches Unique, wants him to sell out Rock, give him all the info. Unique's like, I ain't like snitching like that or whatever. Because I think Unique realizes, like, these motherfuckers, I mean, I'm just another, you know what I'm saying, Negro to them, whatever. So, it ain't like, ain't no real love there. So, let me watch myself. So,
Unique was trying to rationalize on him too. He's like, yo, you can't be mad at Marvin with your son messing up.
you know who said that last week? And both of y'all was like, man, Marvin's fault.
Yo, Unique, but just because Unique said it don't make it right. But I'm saying he said that to back you up. But Baselli was like, yo.
But you just said
he
was rationalized.
No, he was rationalizing with him. I'm not saying, but also last week I didn't say you were wrong. But you wouldn't see it on both sides. Like, you know what? Me and Corey did say, you know what? We see it from your point of view, but there's also a point of view from the other side. He's like, nah, nigga, he want Marvin to have nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he might have devised a plan. He might have paid for the getaway car. He might have bought the guns and the mask, but he ain't had no part on it.
But he didn't do none of that. So, all right, Trump.
He might as well just did all that shit, yo. But no, I mean, like, Unique came from a place of like, yo, you can't. Just your son was a fuck up. He's like, I know he was a fuck up, but that doesn't excuse me killing one of them. He could have killed Jukebox. He could have killed Kanan. He could have killed Lou. He could have killed anybody. Mm-hmm. Know what I'm saying? And Rock didn't want to give him up, and that's pissed him off. And he was pissed off that Unique didn't side with him. So he gave him the kiss of death, kind of, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, it's definitely setting up for either Unique to die or Unique to team back up with Rock. What about this, Corey? What you think about Unique?
I mean, I think it was good. I think Unique was smart. I mean, Unique. I'm sorry, or Unique. I don't know how to say his name, but I think he's smart. I mean, this dude knows the game. He knows who to talk to about certain things, and he has a very valid point. He was like, "Why would I give Rock up in this situation when I'm not even in anything that's going on here? So you're putting me in a situation that's going to now get me in the middle of this." He's like, "Look, that's between y'all. I ain't got nothing to do with that. If you want to figure out some stuff on her, go to somebody else. I ain't got nothing to do with that." But he's expecting him to do it. But Unique is a smart dude. He was like, "Look, at the end of the day, I'm still like a monkey to y'all. You know, I'm still a black person that y'all really don't care about because y'all looking out for your own and you're using me to possibly kill me in the end. You know, because we all know how the mafia do. They got to clip all the loose ends. So Unique could be what they consider a loose end after he gives them what they want. So he's playing smart. He's playing smart right now.
Yeah,
You gotta look at it this way too. Baselli had a point, so he's like, yo, for somebody who want to sit on the sidelines, you gave up a lot of shit on Rock. Gave up some of the shipments, what she was doing in New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? So you can't have it both ways, yo.
Nah, and he said he didn't want it both ways. He said, all right. He said, yeah, I did do that. And you got paid off of all that. You took all the good. So he said, if I give her this, what you don't give me?
What you gonna give me?
This motherfucker said, I'll give you motherfucking gratitude, the equivalent you at work. Yo, here's a pizza party. Like, no, fuck that. Give me a raise, nigga. Like, no.
I give you my gratitude.
No. So, I mean, that was his chance to get Unique to flip. Like, Unique said, yeah, I did all that, and guess what? You got paid. You stole whole shipments of drugs. Like, Unique won't get no shit off of that. Like, basically, I did that to hurt her. You got all this. So, if you want me to do it to her, like, he said, what do I get? My gratitude. Like, no, player. That's how these jobs are nowadays. It's like, yo, y'all had a great month. Pizza party. Like, fuck all that. No, give me money. Like,
the pizza party in a minute.
Yeah, that will. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
pizza. Yeah,
everybody. So no, I'm not really Unique on this one.
I hope they don't kill him off because I think this dude can have a hell of a. If they want to do a side show on Power, another Powerverse show, should be around Unique. I think so.
Yeah, it's hard. I can't tell if he's gonna die or not. Maybe not this. I mean, I don't think he's gonna make it through, but he might.
But I know who is gonna die.
Who's that?
That damn detective won't keep her damn nose.
So we get on that. So the detective's still around. Detective Burke still just nosy for no motherfucking reason. We got a dude named, I guess his name was Sam. Crackhead ass Sam.
Crackhead Sam
Gets picked up on the block.
Yo, this dude.
Couple of rocks in his pocket. He's like, yo, I can tell you who killed Officer Burke. And he gets locked up. He's telling everybody. I mean, of course, people are like, yo, he's a crackhead. He's a crackhead. Burke, only motherfucker who will believe a crackhead. Especially after they already brought him in once, he lied. I mean, when he was like,
yeah.
But she's the only one who would be like, oh, yeah. Look, this is good, strong evidence.
What you got to say?
I know.
Yeah. Just go ahead. This whole storyline is to me just.
I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Howard sees it, and this and that. So basically, he passes the word along, saying we got to go.
Yeah, I think it's funny though. Like Sam, the only reason Burke started believing him because he said famous. You know what I'm saying? He said famous his name, and she knows famous is around Kanan, and Kanan and Howard have a relationship. So I already think she already know Kanan shot him. I think she's angling towards that. She's the concrete proof. And Sam is the most New York crackhead I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Funny, like talking shit, smooth talking, crackhead in the history of crackheads, yo.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. When he first was on camera, I was like, yo, this dude is doing the most right now. He is doing the most in this crackhead position. Like, this must be his first job that he's ever gotten, and it's like, yo, you're gonna be a crackhead in power.
He killing it.
He's killing this shit as a crackhead in power. He's killing it so much that I hope he don't die because I love this guy, yo. Because this show needs somebody to give some levity to it because it's just no shit going on. He could be like the crackhead, the all around town that just be creeping up, knowing shit. Always in jail, out of jail,
he was like
in
that,
jail,
though.
out of jail.
But remember when they had the joint shut down for the day? He was up in there. He's like, yo, Marvin. He's like, what the fuck? Crackhead, crack house, come over that case. Like, whatever the fuck,
Who cleans the crack house?
This dude is crackheading better than any crackhead I've known. Yo, he's funny as shit. But you're right. How the hell will this cop want to all of a sudden have her story be corroborated and used as evidence and proof over some crackhead that came in earlier that already lied? I'm like, come on now, this makes no absolute sense. Why are we back on this storyline again? Yeah. So that's the part of this thing I don't like. I don't like this storyline. Even everybody's telling her stop doing it, and I don't know if they can't figure out any more to write for this character, but they keep going back to it every week, and I thought this story was dead.
But people keep like her shorty when they was laying in the bed. She was like, yo, nobody wants their partner investigating, yo. You need to stop.
Yeah.
And she keeps telling people, yeah, I'm going to stop. And she
But she
keep
don't.
doing, she don't.
Oh yeah,
Her supervisor to her girlfriend, Howard told her to mind her business.
I mean, Howard's definitely the killing her. I think so.
Absolutely.
I mean,
And how she not see him standing outside the
yeah.
damn police department? He's standing there like this.
Who gives money to a crackhead in front of the police department, yo?
Oh,
They ain't go to the
Thank
back
you.
alley or nothing, yo. I was
Thank
like,
you.
yo, this is the most powerful thing in the whole world, yo.
So silly, yo.
Yeah,
I mean,
so, and just to wrap up Sam's story, so basically, word gets back, Howard gets word back to Rock. Sam's out there talking. Rock puts Marvin on it. And, Marvin, he went to the funeral and everything, his progression, He's like, I ain't gonna kill you. I'm gonna put you on this bus. Gave him a wad of money. God damn, I was like, I thought he was gonna get from
yeah.
100.
like he could have just gave him $1,000.
Yeah,
It was like he
stack.
$10,000.
I was like, start your life over. Your boy's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do right by you, Marvin. You know what I'm saying? Your brother is real this time. It's real. I'm gonna do it for me. The bus went like a block up. He was like, stop this motherfucker.
Get me off this motherfucking bus.
That shit was the funniest shit in the world. And the thing about it is, Corey, he gonna die, yo.
Oh, he
He
definitely
ain't gonna
gonna
die for
die.
he ain't gonna die for Marvin. Marvin gave him like 10 G's, yo. He about to have the crackhead party
Yeah.
in the history of, he about to throw a whole block
Yeah.
Gonna have
crackhead
a-
party, yo.
It's gonna be one hell of a crackhead
They
party.
gonna find
Yeah,
a
it
OB somewhere.
You know when people be like drinks on me for the night? Yeah, that's what he's gonna do with the crack.
Cracks
Oh,
on
yeah.
me.
Crack on me for the night, yo.
So he's definitely, but I mean, not all seriousness, but I definitely think, of course, they don't end up killing him now. He's gonna come back, but just the fact that he knows that they try to kill him, I think he's gonna probably go back to Burke again. It's gonna be a mess, They all need to die, for real. I'm with you, Corey. This whole Burke storyline just needs to end.
But can we talk about something else related to Sam?
What's up?
Yo, Brock ain't even telling him why Sam gotta go.
I mean, they can do that off camera. I ain't doing
No, but they don't know the whole why. They don't know that Kanan shot Howard because Rock told him to. So nobody knows what's going on.
Oh,
So
I didn't realize.
Who don't know? Nobody knows.
I gotta go back. I thought they knew that Kanan shot Howard.
Nobody knows.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Then it never comes up. They never said. And Rock could have been like, "Yo, we need to kill Sam because he won't give Kanan up."
Yeah, I mean, yeah. All right, well, yeah, you got me there. You right there on point. Yeah, I have to go back because I didn't realize. For some reason, just in my head, I always thought they knew that Kanan shot Howard, but just
I think
nobody
one
knows.
person knew,
Just
I think Jukebox knew.
yeah, I
Just
mean, I
Kanan
think total. Yeah, I just figured that nobody just knew that Howard was his dad, though. What have you?
Yeah.
So the other motherfucker here wilding out this episode is my boy Famous. Famous is out here about to get addicted. You know what I'm saying?
You look impressed, yo.
Crown had him set up.
This is dumb writing too.
Yeah, Crown had him.
This is a bad writing. You will go ahead. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm just Crown had him set up in the spot. You know what I'm saying? He was giving his landlord and his girlfriend free studio time for Famous to have a place to stay. Of course, Crown's floating in the river, but no longer floating in the river. She's back on land side. Shout out to Crown. Made it safely home. Kind of sort of wrapped up in the body. Yeah. But he's back landside, and landlord's like, I need my rent, You know what I mean? So Famous asked Lulu. He approaches Lulu and Cartier, or more so Lulu. Cartier in the business now. Lulu's like speaking in front of him. Cartier shuts that shit down. Getting the teacher man the fish story. He said, my Latino brother, here goes your ride. Get the fuck up out of here. And well, I guess I'll stop it from there until we get to the big ending for Famous. I mean, which all like
Cartier, yo.
Cartier.
He dropped the bar too. He was like, when Lou was like, I thought you was the silent part. He said, money talks, nigga.
There it is.
Yeah, he switched
I was
it
like-
up on him real quick.
Hey.
He's like, as long as I'm out here, we ain't doing no freebies in the studio. He's like, I thought you was a silent partner. He was like, yeah, well, money talks.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. Which probably is, it's probably going to plant a seed to my man that thinking like, okay, if I want to do this, I'm going to get my own thing. I'm going to do my own. I can't, It's got.
He didn't want to be in business with Cartier in the first place. He had to run to get the Jamaicans off his back.
Yeah.
And now he see Cartier. I'm like, Lou he always got his facial expressions like I'm gonna kill this dude. Like no matter who was with, he always got that face like he down to catch a body, yo.
Yeah.
And the way he looked at Cartier, he was like, I knew Cartier was going to beat his
Yeah, because he didn't say one word except just looking straight in the studio. I was like, yeah, he already thinking like, fuck this nigga, yo. I can't deal with this shit.
And he sunned him. I mean, Lou don't like to be sunned, yo.
But I ain't gonna lie, I was with Cartier on this shit though too. Like, come on, man. Like,
Oh yeah, he makes
like this is a business. Like, how the fuck we, especially you already borrowing money from me, you giving out freebies, nigga. A nigga don't even rap no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it is crazy. I honestly, this is just a dumb storyline. I mean, it really is to me. Like, there's no purpose of this whole famous thing at the crib. We didn't even need it in this episode. I mean, only because that we can see Kanan is staying there. I mean,
because he mad at his mommy, yo.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the stuff like this. It just makes no sense, yo. Like, we won't even, and Kanan only is in this episode maybe 4 minutes tops.
Oh, yeah.
He's talking with Jukebox about his mom's stuff or, where he wants to go. And then we see him in the crib with Famous. That's it.
Well, we did see him in the pizza parlor with him and Famous. He bought Famous some pizza.
Right.
And then the dude came and pistol whip walks up in there and get his pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, he got 3 pies. 3 of them things.
3.
Not 1, not 2, 3 of them things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, but we all know what happens later on with the Famous situation. I mean,
But that's the thing, but because Famous is dumb on his, I ain't gonna say he's dumb. He's dumb, but he's in a bad place, yo. He's in a bad place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he see dude walk in there. He's like, how does a dude like Freddie get money? It came like, you live his lifestyle, you have money too. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a bad person. He does bad things. And Famous, it did the cinematic, camera zoom and the people thinking Famous is like this. And the camera pans in like, what he's going to do next, yo.
And I knew all this was going to go left. I didn't know it was going to go that left. But when he went to Shorty, I mean, can we talk about that? When he went to Shorty, was like, yo, give me your piece. I bring it. When he said, I bring it back in a couple of days.
Yeah. So it's just like, Famous approaches Kanan's ex-girlfriend. He knows the mama has a piece. Basically, he wakes up and like, I gotta do something. I can't. Lulu ain't looking out. I'm about to get evicted. Let me go ahead and get this gun. Make some moves, so to speak. So he grabs the gun, goes to rob a person who he knows.
That he knows.
Puts a ski mask on, like, can't nobody recognize his voice. So that, like, dude's like, man, like, nah.
That was the killer, too. The dude laughed at him as soon as he pulled the gun. It was like, Famous, I know it's you.
Yeah, like, who wouldn't know it was him, man? Like, come on, brother.
Come on, man.
But dude didn't want to give it up. Famous, like, all right, come on, man, just do it. Like, you know what I mean? Dude's like, it's too late now. He shows Famous his gun. He's like, yo, you done pulled out on me, so it is what it is right now. And Famous ends up shooting him.
Yeah.
Not once, not twice, yo. He shot him. Yeah, I give him that one. I was
3, 4, 5 times. He was making sure he.
Not that I want anybody to get murdered, but like, if you are going to shoot somebody, yo, don't do the one and run away. You shot him already. You might as well put him down.
Yeah.
So
he definitely made sure he was dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah.
Who with the door cracked open?
Yeah,
because
that was the most power thing in the whole world.
I mean, I don't think it's anybody we met before. It's probably just like a random neighbor. But being that your boy said his name like 5 different times. You're Famous. I know it's you, Famous.
I know it's you,
Famous. You don't shoot me, Famous. You don't famously make me famous and put me in the papers, Famous. By dying, Famous. Like,
that's how everybody know your bitch ass voice. Famous. That's what I'm saying, yo.
Yeah.
But can we kind of talk about how Shorty ended back up in the crib, yo? Would you let your kid back in the crib, yo? You done snitched on who I'm banging to their mama, and their mama put a gun in their face. You letting the kid back in the house, yo?
Oh, the girl.
Yeah, that's kind of. Why would you want to go back? Well, I guess she ain't had no else to go.
I mean, I was gonna say she
in high school.
She in high school. But she ain't got nowhere else to go. And she ain't wrong. The mama's wrong. Like mama fucking her boyfriend.
So just because your mama wrong. So all right, Cam snitch on you? Like, out if you was in that
I
situation.
think she in high school and she just ain't got no place to stay. She ain't got no credit. She ain't got nothing to get her own place. You know, like that. I
Yeah,
think
but I
that's
mean,
just what it is.
if you ain't got your own shit, you shouldn't be snitching on people, you know. Because the mama
But see,
could be like,
that's a high school jerk me reaction, emotion.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, yo,
You know what
this
I mean?
ain't like, I don't know. I was trying to think, so I can't think of nothing, yo. But this is like, she was fucking her boyfriend.
somebody daddy. All right, I'm gonna preface this because age of consent in Virginia is, I believe, 17 or something like that. Not that I care, but I know because I have a daughter. But and I have kids too, and I talk to my sons about that. Don't mess with no young girls anyway. But 17-year-old girl, Ollie, you have a relationship with, you're single, and your son says, you bang your son's girlfriend, and he snitches to the daddy, and the daddy pulls a gun on you. You cool with your son still living there?
I mean, how can I say? First off, I wouldn't be in that situation. Like, I would be like, yo, I mean, why am I mad at him about if you messing with a young girl, that's your son's girlfriend? Like, I mean, it doesn't even make sense. Like, say it out
That's why
loud.
that's so power, yo.
Like, say it out loud. I had
Yeah, like
sex.
who wrote this?
I had sex. I had sex with my son's girlfriend who's in high school. Like, brother, like, I can't even like, I'm gonna be mad because I mean, it just makes no sense.
It makes no sense. It makes no. But that's the thing with power. This don't make no sense because Shorty's back up in the crib, and she got her mama almost pistol whipped and hair blown off and all that shit, and then she just walking around the crib like nothing happened. Yo.
But I mean, but the mama probably recognizes it's her fault too, though. My bad. Go ahead, Corey.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I mean, the mom, I mean, that's still her child at the end of the day. And I'm sure she recognizes, like, yeah, I'm at fault. So she can't let her daughter hang out on the street for something that she did.
Yeah,
all right, Corey,
that's what I think.
your son almost got you killed behind the situation.
I mean, look, if I knew I was wrong, then I wouldn't have my son out in the street. I mean, if he had to come back in, I would do it. See, the only people that be having their sons out in the street are the ones that don't care about the kids. See, I care about my kid.
There you go.
Yeah, but your kid don't care about you. He almost got you killed, yo.
Wait, no, I think Corey cares about his kid enough not to fuck his
I
girlfriend.
mean, in real life,
not to fuck his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I can bet I will. If she thinks I'll bet my life on you, I'll bet my life on Corey will fuck his son's girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'll bet my
That's the writing. The fact that we're even having a discussion on this, because it clearly makes no sense, is how bad the writing gets sometimes. Like the writing that whole Kanan scene with the mother should never even been in the story.
But that's also a double standard, yo.
It's just terrible.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, they brought it up with
Juke.
Juke, yeah.
Now that was funny because Juke kept a buck with her, yo. She was like, yo, your pops did what you did.
Mm-hmm.
Like what homegirl mama did to you. And he's like, nah, they ain't the same. Nah, nigga.
Yeah.
It's the same.
It's the same. Yeah, definitely the same. In the last bit of this, and yeah, we're keeping it short today, people. We're keeping it short. The last bit is we got Rock still dealing with Cartier. Cartier's trying to. I'm like, yo, for him to be a big boss, I mean, I guess he's a boss too, but he been out in a few days. He's still trying to get the draws, and it ain't happening. Like, she just keeps happening. I'm like, yo, this dude, I know. He's like, how long you gonna whoop me to wait? I'm like, yo. You know, take out, you buy her caviar, lobsters, and all types of shit. Like, these ain't even regular dates. He been living it up.
Yeah, he done took her out on about 10 dates and ain't got to even first base yet.
He ain't gonna sniff it.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not even that he got the draws. Of course, you ain't got to do all that. But it ain't even like no hand holding. Is there like kissing or something? Like, no, like,
she pushed away. She like, hold up.
Even when they're eating dinner, they're not even eating dinner close.
Yeah.
She's on the other side. I mean, I was like, come on, bro. You know, like. But you're right. Where's the security at? For him to be that big of a guy, but 50 does give he monologues at this point. Like, sometimes you can get so big that you get careless. So, I mean, they setting it up for what's about to happen. I mean, I didn't think this was going to happen, though.
But
y'all think this was going to happen?
Before we even get to that, I just want to touch on the fact that last week it was brought up, your boy from Maryland, his man got knocked on the gun charge. Cartier was letting him sit. Rock goes ahead and gets him out. And, you know what I'm saying? She has a discussion with him, like basically like, yo, I know I can hit you off with better price, you know what I'm saying? Better product, better price was good. And my man, as he should be, is hesitant. He's like, nah, like, you know, I can't get into that until Cartier's out the picture. You know what I'm saying? I'm not agreeing to nothing. Cartier already be beating on me, yo. I'm like, I got battered woman syndrome. Like, I ain't fucking around. And
true.
so Rock is saying, all right, if that's what it takes, we'll go ahead and get rid of him. So this leads to the scene where Corey was mentioning. Cartier comes home, a night of partying, having a good time, I guess. I'm just assuming. Who cares? He's in there, gets in the elevator, going up to the penthouse. Doors open. Rock and Lulu. La la la. Blah blah blah. Pa pa pa.
Well,
That's it.
it's funny. He didn't get to the penthouse. He got to the 8th floor.
Oh yeah.
So, like, when he got to the 8th floor and opened up, he started talking shit, called Rock a bitch and all that stuff. And, you know, you're dead, yo. I guess you got to get your little, massage you need and all that shit off your chest if somebody gonna kill you anyway.
Yeah.
Like, you got to talk shit to him. But the funny thing is the doorman gave him up. The desk security gave him up. I wonder how much Rockin' paid him, though.
Oh, they had to.
They cut him a check, yo. Yeah, the help.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't call him the help because I mean that's a working man, but the help they'll always give you up. Like, yo, shit, they struggling out here.
Yeah, he like, look, I don't want no trouble. Well, you know when he come up, because all he had to do is say he's on his way. That's all he had to do.
Yeah.
He out of the picture from that point
cut me a
on.
check. I'm good. Like, you know what I mean?
Did y'all think that this was going to happen this episode? Did y'all think Cartier was going to be killed in this season? I didn't think
Yes,
so.
I did.
Well, I thought he was gonna die this season. I didn't think it was gonna happen just this quick. But as soon as I'll say it's more so. I wasn't shocked just because 50 was doing the little monologue.
Yeah,
You
once
on
he started
top,
doing the
once you on
monologue, I
top,
knew it was going to happen.
you never, you know what I'm saying? You get soft. You don't think as well. I was like, oh yeah, he's definitely about to die.
And see, that's another problem with this episode. It would have been better if there was no monologue. Take that whole scene out with 50 Cent not talking to just him, Cartier just walking in, and he just goes up the elevator, and you don't even see the guy saying he's on his way up. You don't even need that. Just Cartier goes to the elevator, he opens the door, it stops on the 8th, a floor too early, and you see Rock and Lou. That would have been better for me.
Yeah. Oh no, it
But I already knew
right.
it was going to happen from 50 Cent monologuing for 2 minutes before he even got shot.
Yeah, you're right. No, I'm with you on that one for sure.
I mean,
And see, I'm not even
power
in the
so
writer's room.
but no, power is so predictable. Like I said earlier, with the famous, you know, thinking, like you can see the thoughts going through his head because the camera pans to him, he had the music.
Yeah.
50 start monologuing, and people already know when you talking like that, somebody about to die.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Because when he was monologuing in the beginning, the Italian guy died.
Yeah. Every time he gets the monologue, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? If you're a hitman and you catch bodies, you know, and you're in this game, you're going to die the same way you do your business, you know what I'm saying? And Lou walks up on him and kills him, yo.
Yeah.
I mean, this episode was trash, yo.
Yeah. And it's a little thing, but honestly, yo, when you live in a nice building like your boy Cartier, you hit the penthouse, that shit don't stop in other floors. Like when you do the penthouse, it goes straight to the penthouse. Because normally the penthouse opens up to just your space. Like you gotta have a joint to get on, like to get to it, or whatever.
He looked surprised that it was stopping though. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Maybe the man that says did some shit with the elevator. Who knows? But normally, like when you hit the penthouse, that shit ain't stopping.
Right?
yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Because he was in the elevator and heard a noise or something. And he looked to the
Yeah, so maybe they did something. So I shouldn't have said that.
He must have.
Yeah.
He probably did. Yeah, he probably did something to make it stop on the 8th floor.
Yeah. But I know I'm kind of mad Cartier died though. I enjoyed his character, you know, from his little Shakespearean joints, his haikus and every other thing. His knowledge dropping.
Yeah, Aesop fables and all that shit.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though?
Yeah.
Well, one thing I would say, he was a simp.
Go ahead.
He was a simp when it came to Rock, yo.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about his character arc that I stopped liking. He was giving up the game, wanting to buy into her business. He was whining and dining her. She said, yo, you trying to buy this? He's like, I don't have to buy it. Like, dude, you've been buying it the whole goddamn time. She just ain't been giving it to you.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, that's definitely true.
True.
Yeah.
It's I'm sad to see him go. I mean, it was definitely good to have him. It also goes to show how Rock is, how she can be aggressive, fearless, but it can be her detriment too, because the same situation with Cartier, I mean, look, she's almost like a Black Widow. Don't fuck with Rock, yo, because you're going down. Like, she is all about the win. Yeah. And if you're in her way for conquering whatever she got to do, she's going to take you out. So, I mean, I wish he would have been around a little longer. Yeah. But she got that same arrogance with the Italians. Yeah. I mean, the same way.
Yeah, she went at them hard. And I'm sure that's going to come back and bite her in the ass some way with the Italians.
It is.
And it's
they were scared to come to Queens, yo. Vaselli did say, like, we can't just go walk up in there.
Yeah, they you gotta get permission to kill people. I don't know in real life they would have to get permission to kill a Black person, but generally, I mean, you can't just stop because they never know. She might be paying not paying some money to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To the
and
Queen.
I think that's what his whole thing is that he which is smart. He wants to know as much information about her as possible so he knows what he's going up against. Because he doesn't know that she doesn't have as many people that she knows she ain't got that many.
Oh, he doesn't know
who she's backed by. Who she's
or who she's backed by. So
exactly.
It could be something crazy. Like you go knock her off, and they like some Italianos out there. It's like, no, brother, she was a earner for us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She's sliding us a bag on the side. So he definitely wanted to check in and see what it is there. And I mean, that's pretty much it, yo. Pia Power got the power and did his thing. I mean, Rock is being Rock, and Kanan's being Kanan. Famous is being famous. Like, Burke is being Burke. Everybody's living up to their dumbass personalities. So
I did like how Marvin and Jukebox kind of got back on good terms.
Yeah.
But I knew it was fucked up when they was eating and Marvin won't eating, yo.
Yeah.
Jukebox was eating. He was just sitting there letting his food get cold because he wanted a good space, yo. He wanted to be good for Juke.
Yeah.
And he was mourning the loss of his therapist, yo.
Yeah. So, what you give this episode, Phenom?
5 bricks out of 5 bricks. I give it a 2. I really wasn't feeling this episode, man.
Ooh, a 2.
Yeah.
Roy, what you giving this, man?
It's a. See, I'm normally not that bad of a rating, but a 2.5, 3 maybe. You know.
The plug is hating y'all right now. The plug is saying, what the fuck? But I can't lie, yo. I get like a 2.5. It's like about mid-tier as mid-tier can be, yo. So, we'll see how they wrap this season up, man. This season started off with a lot of promise. To me, it started off it was building up good. Then it's starting on the way down. We'll see how it ends. Hopefully they can end it with some good shit, yo.
Hey, Famous going to jail,
yo?
If he does, I'm gonna be like, why?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that's the problem with it. That's why the season has started to unravel because they had too many, and you said it earlier, they got too many storylines, and they don't know how to wrap them up. If they could have stuck with 2 or 3 and stayed on them 2 or 3 real strong, then it would have been better. But they got too many storylines, and they don't know how to time
all up. Right. Yeah, wrap them up, time together. There's too much going on.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they end up wrapping these up or tying up any loose ends and. Next week for the finale and what's going to lead into season 3. It's your boy Hollywood DA, Phenom 202 over there, Corey Roy down below, and we out.
We out of here.
You can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at.